Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. We are gonna go check out today a couple of things that have been recommended to me time and time again. The first thing we're gonna go see is St. Nectan's Valley or Waterfall, or both, followed by Rocky Valley, which is the lower end of the water flow as it goes out to sea, and it's supposed to be quite dramatic and stunning. And lastly will be Trebarwith Strand. So one thing that I'm doing different on this one is making it very difficult to keep track of the dogs is I brought my tripod along. I am going to try and take some good pictures of this waterfall. They're supposed to be epic, and I really want to capture the essence of them as best as I can, and still shots don't just quite do it for me. I want to capture some of the energy, some of that movement in my photographs. So I couldn't seem to find a whole lot of information out about St. Nectan's Glen. It doesn't give us a whole lot of history on it, except the fact that it's supposed to be an extremely spiritual place where myth and legend kind of mix together, where animals and birds play with pixies and fairies. But since the 5th century, it has been a place for pilgrimage, and weddings and hand fastings are carried out here because it has such a long-standing history of spirituality. So let's see if we can find that spirituality when we get there, and see how we feel about the place. So supposedly this is one of Cornwall's best kept secrets, but judging by the amount of people that are here today, I don't know how spiritual I'm going to find it or how quiet. But it is an absolutely stunning walk up this creek. I need to look up exactly which creek we're walking along here. Well, this walk definitely isn't for the unfit. It has got a lot of stone steps and it's quite slippery in places. So do be careful. Unfortunately, it is not very easily accessible unless you've got 2 good legs. But man, this is wow! Holy crap! I'm walking by half of the waterfall here, just talking to you. Alright, made it up to the entry. It's $5.95 for an adult, not bad. Well, I knew it was going to cost money to get into this one. It does say it on the website, but you know, a few pounds to protect our sacred spaces like this is not too bad as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, we're here. We're about to get down to the Glen. Oh, okay, we're just getting, oh my gosh, wow, just getting our first glimpses. Man, holy crap. That is incredible. Wow, I was just not expecting that as I came around the corner. That is a long drop. Wow, just coming out of this tiny little narrow gully. Oh my gosh. Well, I keep getting surprised. I just came across this one. This must be the second waterfall. Wow. How beautiful is that? So to me, the waterfall you see behind me is sort of thing that you expect to see in a place like Rivendell. I can see why people thought about pixies and fairies and, you know, all the animals playing together. This is truly something that feels like it's out of Snow White or, like I said, Middle Earth. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, I think this is one of the lower falls right here. Still really pretty. Definitely getting our money's worth on waterfalls today. We've got all these, I guess they're kind of prayer papers in the spiritual place. We're at the bottom of the big waterfall that we saw first thing. We were warned about getting our feet wet, which sounds like it's gonna happen, looks like it's gonna happen. Kind of missing having some rubber boots right now, but hopefully we'll be able to go check out the waterfall without getting too wet. That is something else, I'll tell you. Wow. Alright, so we started off, I mean, you see where that guy is over there, that's where we got those pictures from. Highly recommend rubber boots. If there's been any kind of rain, you are not crossing that without getting wet feet. And yeah, I tried rock hopping, slipped off the first one, just got wet feet. It's all good. We have clean socks, dry socks, but anyway, yeah, rubber boots, highly recommended if you want to get close to the waterfall. Alright, we are now leaving St. Nectan's Glen, and man, I can see why it's such a spiritual place. It's a shame it's become a commercial enterprise anymore, but yeah, I can feel, you know, a little bit in tune, but I think it's lost a lot of its charm with the handrails and the people, so, but it's absolutely a beautiful place. I would say it's worth the £6 to come into, so definitely check it out. And we're on our way to Rocky Valley just to go see how beautiful that is and see if that's as touched by the gods as this place is. Alright, we have come down the road just a little bit, switched a little bit of gear out, parked the car, maybe quarter of a mile further west from St. Nectan's Glen parking, and we are heading down to Rocky Valley to check this out. Now, it's not a hugely long walk, and there is a direct path down the valley. So it looks like we've got an old homestead here, or maybe it was a mill. No sign for what it used to be. Well, it looks like it might have been a house or maybe a mill because it's right along the edge of the creek here. That would actually make a lot of sense. So I did notice just up over there is a sign. It was a mill, Trebarwith Mill. Makes sense to be a mill when it's right on the water. But man, this is beautiful through here. I'm already really loving this. We're barely 300 yards into the walk. Now this tree is definitely holding on for dear life. got some pretty good roots there. So I think we're just coming down to the main part of Rocky Valley. It's already really pretty. A little bit of a scramble. So, and rocks are definitely wet after all the rain. We had rain this morning. We got wet at St. Nectan's Glen a little bit. Oh my gosh, wow. This is freaking incredible. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my god. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna get down here and I'll show you what I'm looking at. Holy crap, look at this. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my god, wow. That's the only thing I can say to this. Just look at that. What an incredible place. So we've got down to where the Rocky Valley and the creek meet the sea. There is a warning just behind me about dangerous waves. Not quite at high tide yet, but almost. And we're not having gale force winds today. This valley does funnel the wind quite strongly, but right now they're not too bad. We're going to stay well back from the edge. But this has been absolutely incredible. Mightily impressed with today in general. We've still got Trebarwith Strand to go check out. Wow. Today has left me speechless. This is definitely another one to go on the must-do list for a Cornish road trip. It's free parking, short walk, and not a difficult walk for any able-bodied person. Wow. Today, I feel like I've been touched by the gods. So we're heading back to the car now, leaving this stunning place behind and heading on to Trebarwith Strand, which, just from the brief glimpse I got yesterday, is pretty stunning. Alright, here we are, Trebarwith Strand. Absolutely epic. Still takes my breath away. This place is just absolutely astounding. It's like no other place I've ever seen, with the beach and the way that the rocks are all eroded and formed. And we're going to go do some rock climbing and get away from most of the crowds. So because of just how unique and beautiful this place is, it is very, very popular, especially at low tide. At high tide and in bad weather, this can be a very, very dangerous place. One of the things my parents warned me about is they almost got swept off a rock by the waves here when it was quite unexpected. So do be careful. It can be a very, very treacherous place, and the tide can catch you out. So something this completely reminds me of is a Fantasy Canyon in, I think it was Utah. And again, that place sort of reminded me of orcs, and just how epic and crazy is this? Wow. Yeah, we're gonna have to climb this a little bit. So yesterday when I came down to check this out, I came down without the camera. I just wanted to do something by myself. But then as soon as I got here, saw it, I was like, all right, I'm not gonna explore anymore, because I wanted to share this with you guys just because of exactly how epic it is, how beautiful it is, and just how unique the environment is to check out. And oh my God, look at this. This is usually all underwater. I am absolutely blown away by this. Touched by God's, I'd say so. Oh my gosh. Which way do we go? Alright, well, you got a choice. Do both. So I think we're gonna try this way first, and then we'll try the jumble of rocks on the way back. Stay. Yeah, you can't go that way. Oh, dogs are getting stuck down there. Actually, Kai made it up, but Cody was struggling, so I left him down there to come take a picture. So you managed to make it over that massive pile of rocks, which is obviously, you know, at the extent of erosion. You get this whole beach to yourself. At least right now, anyway. Tide's not quite fully out, but there's nobody else out here. This is absolutely freaking incredible. Wow, this almost rivals Merlin's Cave. Just how different and cool this freaking is. Just wow. All this to myself. This is incredible. Got some pretty epic rock pools through here too, and what they remind me of is almost those fake ones you see in aquariums, because they look so pristine and perfect. Unfortunately, seeing a whole lot less wildlife in them than I would in an aquarium. Wow, I can't. If any places are touched by the gods, it would be the three places I've seen today. I am just blown away, almost literally, but mostly figuratively, by the three places that we've seen. St. Nectan's Glen, Rocky Valley, and now Trebarwith Strand. Go on. Go. Alright, we are going to leave Trebarwith Strand. We're going to go find camp. We're just going to camp at the same place I did last night. And I'll actually show it to you tonight. And I haven't taken you guys along to camp a whole lot because it's been very, very difficult in Cornwall to find places to park up. And I've sort of had to wait till dark. So it's been quite difficult. Well, hey guys, here we are at camp. Sorry I haven't been able to show you a whole lot of camp lately. Cornwall has just not been the easiest place to find places like this. This is a beautiful gravel parking lot. There's been laybys, there's been a whole lot of muddy areas, the block gate, but very little of what I generally look for when I'm looking for a campsite. And so I found this place last night. We're near Tintagel. I'm not going to tell you exactly where it is. We're all set up for the night. I got a cold beer ready to go. So cheers to you guys for watching. But yeah, it's been rough as far as road tripping goes to find places to pitch up for the night. So we were very, very lucky to find this place.